Most men say they are in burnout or they have fear of burnout. But the real problem is not burnout. The real problem is overstimulation. They look similar, but they have and require completely different solutions. On one side, you have burnout, which comes of doing too much effort over time. On the other side, you have overstimulation. Overstimulation is having too much input too fast. So the brain is never stopping, and you are not going to be able to achieve any real rest, even when you rest, even when you put your body laying down, even when you are not doing nothing, because there is always too much overstimulation or burnout. You see, even if you are in a situation where you don't have much burnout and you're doing things, somehow you are balancing out things, there is that overstimulation that is not giving you the clarity when you are doing what you are doing. The overstimulations is always living with phones around in the artificial in the city. You live in an environment that if you are at work, if you have in a relationship, if you are eating, you're always in constant consumptions, and your mind is really overstimulated. It's asking you to rest the mind, not the body. Okay, because men want to achieve clarity in what we are doing. They want to feel great about what they're doing. They want to feel strong about what they're doing. But if what we do is compromised by overstimulation, and it's not gonna solve any issue for us what we are doing, because it's the way of how we are living that is the real issue. This unluckily the society has put in these environments, first in the head, in the mind, but we are, as men, we must be able to see the light, to see the truth, and understand it doesn't matter what I am doing and how I am doing it. I must first have a clear energy at all times. Otherwise, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it not with clarity, with chaos, with too much effort, too much pushing, not with that great confidence all the time. And you're going to rely on motivation, you're going to rely on discipline, but you're going to live always in these loops called the serpent of life. The serpent of life is great because it gives that kind of pressure, But you are not supposed to have pressure, do things with too much effort, or do things with too much pressure, or with an expiry date at all moments. No, you're supposed to find a rhythm, to respect your energy first, to not overstimulate the mind, and not being scared of burnout. Or if you are burnout, it doesn't matter if you have it or you are scared of it. It shouldn't be a word. It shouldn't be something that you even scared or you're doing. You see, this burnout, it was installed in you from others. But in reality, the fear of burnout is when we are doing something and we feel like we are doing too much, we're never taking a rest. That's the fear. Okay, I never taking a rest. For how long can I keep like this? I cannot stop. Okay, and that was one also the fear I had. And I'll tell you in a second how to solve this. On one side you have the fear, on the other side you're always in burnout. But that being always in burnout, that you feel tired, that you feel like you don't have that clarity, is because of overstimulation. Okay, the overstimulation in you, it's your mind is never resting, never resting, never. And sleep is not gonna solve it. Laying down is not gonna solve it. Even meditation alone is not gonna solve it. You need proper time, and when you block completely the input, okay, meditation is a great tool if used right, to increase what you get from that time that you don't have any stimulations or you are not doing anything. But that you have to understand it, when it's not like you are not doing anything, or you are because many men misunderstand this. They feel like they are not doing anything, so they need to do something. No, when you're not actually and physically doing something, thinking about it, or in the action with your body or with your voice, you are actually doing a lot. You are actually doing a lot. You're giving that clarity to the conscious mind, to the ego, to quiet down, for the subconscious mind to shine, to live, which is your true self. In that way, you are going to have the clarity that you seek, the energy that you need. You're going to literally have an incredible problem solving of any situations. Everything that you seek, you find in stillness, not with more input, output, more doing this and that. That is great if you have a system and you have an architecture behind it. But first, you need that clarity, okay? You need that peace of mind. You need to stop the overloading the mind. So the real solution is to, before increasing the rest, you need to lower a lot the input you're having. Inputs come from notification, consumption, addiction. That input must decrease a lot for you. Once you have decreased a lot of input, you're gonna see that the rest is start giving you back all the energy that you're supposed to have. But it's not point to increase the rest, laying down, sleeping more time and more time. If when you awake, there is always overstimulation in the mind, either from business, work, relationship, anything that you are doing in your life. And this is something I didn't get for quite long. I always was scared of burnout. I always had this fear of burnout. What happened when like, how long can I go like this? It's very much like I was putting pressure on myself, which you do it at the beginning because you don't know the rhythm. You don't know to architect the energy of your days and weeks. You don't know, so you have to do something. Something is better than nothing. But along the way, you understand that you cannot keep pressuring yourself, pushing yourself, keep being overstimulated with consuming all the time, all moments. Something is draining your energy. Okay, either relationship, business, work. No, you cannot allow that anymore. Okay, that time should be scheduled. When you allowing your mind to go crazy and do too many things, many tasks, you should see that moment before it happened, and you should prioritize. You must prioritize as a man your peace within, your clarity within, because that is give you the sharpness in the mind, that gives you the creativity, that gives you the ultra intuition, speed of execution. It gives you a lot just staying still and not overstimulating the mind and not doing too much. So you have to do less. And one principle that I use all the time is less is more. I will repeat once more. Less is more. You don't need to do more. You don't need more information. No. You need less of that. Less. Quiet yourself. Quiet the mind. Quiet your actions. Quiet your output. Okay. Quiet what you're doing and what you're taking in. Slow down in that sense, and then your intuition and clarity will come back. And when you do the output, when you decide to consume something, learn, speak with some whatever is it, then you're gonna do it from a different state. You're gonna be in a very different energetic state. You're gonna be what I call be a man that figure out how to really use his energy without attachments to external situations, either materials or relational. Yeah, it required some time, but when you are someone that I'm a very curious person. I'm someone that always, for me, I always repeated this phrase to myself. There's only this moment. Everything change. I upgrade at all times, and I found out that this is what always happened. There is always this moment. It doesn't matter what you are thinking. There is always this moment. Everything will change, and it's good that it changes because it's always in a Mother Nature is always growing. Everything is always growing, changing, adapting, evolving, transforming. And you must understand that you must upgrade at all moments. So you upgrade at all moments, because if you don't want to have more burnout, if you don't want to have scared of burnout, and if you don't have ever again overstimulation, you must become what I call an adaptable builder of your internal systems. And then outside systems, internal systems regulate your energy, your nervous system, your mind, how you spend your time. You have to architect your life, not lifestyle, what you spend, what you do. No. Before that, before that, your energy, the architecture. You have to know your human, not just skin and bones. You have to know how the human function, the energy function, that there is a nervous system, there is a pineal gland here. There are not just five senses, okay, or abilities. There are many more. You can develop your intuition, you can develop your creativity, you can develop your focus, you can develop a very powerful automatic consistency, I like to call. You can develop incredible problem solving. You can develop incredible decision making. Decision making is not just in business or work. Decision making happen all the time, all moments. Okay, and all these things are possible, but you must architect your own system, architect your own human. Okay. So since I know that men they are stimulated or in many distractions, many distortions, too much consumption, quite a while ago I have started to implement a very specific, I call it morning reset, that allows me to quiet the mind, have the clarity, go in a very deep state of peace that allow me to talk with my subconscious and have a full conversation and go into places, not with the physical vessel. And it allows me to, it's not even winning the day, it's about there is nothing that can destroy your focus, energy, and being during that day that you're awake, because you be in the most powerful state that you can be as a human being, and you did it in the first time of the day, which is the most important, in the sunrise. So it's very powerful. I'm telling you, it's very powerful. If you follow it, you're gonna get in a very powerful state very fast. You can find it link in bio. It's for free. Do it. Don't question. Do it. After 7 days, you're gonna thank me. With that said, brother, this is it for this transmission. Quiet the mind. No fear of our own thoughts. No fear of being stillness of mind and actions, because that is gonna give us the clarity, the creativity, and everything that you are seeking, doing something, you're gonna get in that stillness. Less input, don't need more rest. Okay, less input, stillness. With that said, stay aligned, stay in peace. I see you in the next transmission, brother.